Today, America, we are gathered here to honor a very special person. This guy has a great love for our country. He laid his life for the mankind. First, he become rather he served the Air Force and fight for democracy in Korean War. Then now, he's the one that made the most noble goal for us. That is not just to set, but to walk to the moon. Now, I'm honored to what? I'm honored to present the man who traveled thousands of miles for mankind, Mr. Neil Armstrong.
I'm here to tell you my story. How will it start? When I was a child, my family always moved around the state of Ohio. As far as I can remember, we experienced living in, is that 20 towns now?
Yes, I can remember.
We experienced living in 20 different towns. During those times, my love for flying grew stronger and stronger. And when my father found that I'm interested in flying, he always brings me to the national air races to watch pilot and cross-country races. And because of that, I told myself that someday I will become a great pilot. This is my hard work. All dreams. Through times I decided that I want to fly not just the sky, but also the outer space. So I studied to become an astronaut. And luckily, I became the first man who walked on the moon. On April 5, 1957, I and 17 other veteran astronauts attended a meeting with Dick Slayton. I remember the very first thing Slayton said, I quote, "The guys who are going to fly the lunar missions are the guys in this room." To be honest, I was not very surprised because the room was filled of veteran astronauts from Project Gemini, the only people who could fly the lunar missions. The whole meeting was all about the plans for the lunar missions, and I was assigned by Slayton as a backup crew for Apollo 9. But there were some changes and swapping of crew members between Apollo 8 and Apollo 9. And on December 23, 1968, I was assigned to command Apollo 11. And later on July 16, 1969, at 9:32 a.m., I, and together with my colleagues, Michael Collins and Evan Buzz Aldrin, lifted off from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The hardest part of our travel towards the moon was the launch of Apollo 11. The entire operation was so loud. It was much noisier than the Gemini 8 Titan II launch. But at least, my heart reached a rate of 110 beats per minute. But at least I was still able to enjoy the launch and the travel because I was prone to motion sickness since I was a child. And on the 20th of July, same year of course, the lunar module Eagle and yet we were still able to continue because of the instructions from the Mission Control Center in But the circuit breaker that would activate the main engine for the lift-off was broken. It was so scary and very funny because it was scary because we might never leave the moon and be stuck there for the rest of our lives. And funny because our only savior was just, what do you think, you guess? Our only savior was just a pen. The pen was sufficient enough to activate the switch. It was hilarious. And then the lunar module was able to rendezvous with Columbia. The three of us returned to Earth on the 24th of July. We splashed down in the Pacific Ocean and were picked up by the USS Hornet. We were quarantined for 18 days to ensure that we did not pick up any infections and diseases from the moon. And then we traveled around the world for the 45-day giant leap tour. And now, here I am. So everyone, that's my story. A story that will be a part of your son's history. A part of the next generations. Our history. Let me give you a short quotation. Shoot for the stars. But if you happen to miss, shoot for the moon instead. Have a good day.
Okay, that's enough. Apollo 11 is fake. Not real, fake. So big class. Did you see the photos they chose? Obviously, a professional photographer with some special effects, professional lighting techniques, and some camera angles, and camera tricks. Take a look at that photo. Another one is, there's not a single photo of him that his face is really visible. Even we don't even have a photo inside the spacecraft. What crap? And what you think of it? What if he really is the first man in the moon, wearing those white big space suits with the big long helmet? What if his nose suddenly gets itchy? What will he do? He really is patient. But how will he be able to scratch it?